Medieval movies have been a staple of cinema since the very start, and it is clear that the demand for medieval films and medieval-inspired productions is steadily growing year upon year. And in this video, I will give you my recommendations of the top 5 upcoming medieval movies that will be getting released over the next year or two. But before we begin, don't forget, if you love anything to do with historical movies and historical TV shows, then subscribe to my channel History Spark. At number 5, it is William Tell, an upcoming medieval film that will depict the story of Swiss folk hero William Tell. And his story takes place in 14th century Switzerland. And he is a deadly marksman with a crossbow who will go to any means necessary to keep his family and land safe from the invading Austrian forces. Early reviews for William Tell have been fairly positive, as the movie was screened at the Toronto Film Festival, and early audiences seem to have enjoyed the fight and battle sequences depicted throughout the film, as well as the beautiful cinematography and great acting throughout. But apparently the dialogue and the plot itself were points of concern for some viewers. But nonetheless, if you want to find out more about Swiss medieval history and the legend of William Tell, then check it out in a cinema near you on January 10th of next year. At number 4, it is 1000 Sword in the Stone, which will be aiming to retell a more accurate depiction of the original Sword in the Stone story, in which a teenage Italian boy in the year 1000 will inherit the legendary magical sword and use it to defeat the evil forces that are trying to bring around Armageddon. This movie is said to be the first film of a trilogy, so it is good to see that this may end up becoming a more in-depth and heavily character-driven medieval fantasy film. This movie has been penned by Guido Maria Giordano, who has already won several awards for his script for this film, so it is safe to say that 1000 Sword in the Stone has the potential to end up becoming one of the best medieval films in recent memory. There is no confirmed release date for this film as of yet, but as I find out more about 1000 Sword in the Stone, I'll be sure to keep you all updated, so make sure you're subscribed for that. At number 3, it is The Hunchback of Notre, which will be a live-action remake of the classic animated movie of the same name, which will take audiences back to medieval France, where the hunchback Quasimodo lives by himself isolated in the Notre Dame Cathedral, and how he must get over his mental and physical prison to prevent an innocent gypsy girl from being put to death for witchcraft. There's very little known about this upcoming film except that the script for this film is complete, and it is supposedly a fantastic script according to the original voice actor for Quasimodo. But there seems to be a lot of controversy around how to release this film without offending anyone, which I think is a silly concern for a historical film about fictional characters. But I hope the producers of this film will move forward with The Hunchback of Notre Dame, and we may hopefully see it in cinemas at some point in 2026, as I do think the original animated film was a truly great and unique watch. At number 2, it is Chaava, which is an upcoming medieval film that will take us to the late medieval period of India, and it will tell the story of Sambhaji, the Maratha emperor, and his rebellion against the powerful Mughal emperor Aurangzeb and the Mughal forces. This film will star Vicky Kaushal as Sambhaji and Akshay Khanna as Aurangzeb. Both are veterans of the Bollywood industry, so it should be safe to assume that the acting here should at least be decent, and based off what I can tell from the trailers of this film, it will definitely be a bloody and brutal adventure with lots of battles and some excellent cinematography as well. Bollywood has a habit though of poorly fleshing out the enemies of the Marathas based off of the previous historical Bollywood films I've seen, so I'm hoping Chaava will be able to break this trend and give us some truly great characters from both the Maratha and Mughal sides. But I can't wait to watch Chaava when it gets released worldwide on December 6th of 2024. At number 1, it is Ghost of Tsushima, an upcoming medieval film based off of the hit PlayStation exclusive game of the same name. And the basic premise of the story goes as follows. A samurai named Jin Sakai is one of the last surviving members of his clan as they go to battle against the invading Mongol forces when they arrive on the Japanese island of Tsushima. And the rest of the story is pretty much based around the actions Jin decides to take to help get rid of the Mongol threat from the island of Tsushima and avenge his fallen comrades. We have very little confirmed information about the Ghost of Tsushima movie at the moment. All we know so far is that Chad Stahelski has been brought on board to direct the film, Sony will be producing the movie and that the script for this film is already complete as well. So we will hopefully find out more about this upcoming movie over the next couple of months, and I'll be sure to keep everyone updated as I find out more about Ghost of Tsushima, potentially one of the best medieval movies getting released in the near future. So let me know in the comments down below if you agree with my list of the most exciting upcoming medieval films. And if you want to stay up to date with everything to do with historical movies and historical TV shows, then subscribe to my channel History Spark, and thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.